Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we currently are a direct vassal above our limit. Do we have anybody we can just hand out super easily? No, but we can take a look around. We could start to hand out potentially some of these guys over to like the Kingdom of Abyssinia. I feel like that's reasonably okay. So I'm just going to hand over all of these right now. Abyssinia is reasonably weak, and I would rather not have all these little guys under us directly anyway. So I think that's reasonably okay. So there we go. That'll be great. And now we need to look at getting ourselves more river territory. And the question is, who are we not truced to in Europe that still has river territory available? Well, let's look around. Galicia-Volhynia is right out. Okay, Moldavia. We're truced to them. Fantastic. What else do we have? Technically Pinsk. We're truced to them. Sure. Hungary. Now that's interesting. Hungary has a little bit over here, as well as Wallachia. Actually, Wallachia is probably who we're going to go after here. That's nice and quick and easy. Crossing right here. Awkward duchy. So really all we need to do is a holy war for county here. So we'll go ahead and do that. That should be pretty simple. And then we can go after Hungary. The question is, I'm not going to do this immediately, but the question is, do they have a good duchy for us? And the answer is kind of. Kind of. Okay. Good to know. And then there's, of course, Bavaria that we're truced to. And these guys. All we can do is a great holy war for kingdom. That's pretty irrelevant, so we can't really go after them just yet. Okay. Lotharingia, we are no longer truced to, so we can go after that one location up there. Sounds good, although we'd have to find the correct county. We're not going to declare this while we're at war with someone else. And then there's Klingonberg, who we are still truced to. Is this technically coastal? I don't think it is, but it's awfully close. We could test it a little later on, but for right now, let's go ahead and get this war done. We're going to raise up here. Never mind. We're going to raise up. What am I talking about? This is our territory. This is not our territory. We're going to raise up here. We're going to raise our men-at-arms. Do we need any more than that? I don't think we do, unless people join this war. We'll see. As long as we have these guys here, let's run a quick test here. So, hypothetically, we come in here, we come in here. Okay, so we can see that it is not coastal because we land here and then come in. Okay, it's awfully close. It is awfully close, but that is not a coastal province. Good to know. So let's get set up here and we're going to attack. We're not going to take too much time here. This shouldn't be particularly difficult. But I do think we'll go after Hungary next. And then after that, probably Lotharingia. There's only the one county to go after in Lotharingia, remember. So that's fine. And then after that, we're going to be... Oh, we won a battle here. Sure. After that, we're going to be looking at potentially going down into Africa. This war is now over, so we will enforce our demands. Cool. We are apparently obnoxious. I can see why they would say that, to be honest. Okay, so this needs to be granted out. We will, of course, go ahead and do so. We just discovered the fascination hobbies. And these are archers? Light cavalry... Actually, that sure looks like archers in the icon there, but this is light cavalry. So I don't think we actually want to make any of these. I just want to check their stats. I mean, they're just better than light horsemen, but we're not using any light horsemen, so this is fine. Let's go ahead and attack Hungary here. We're going to go for this duchy, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we could think about going up over this way, but I don't think that's helpful. They potentially have a large number of troops with these allies. Potentially. Yeah, that's all we can go after. So we're going to go here. Fantastic. We'll raise up our troops right here. We'll raise men-at-arms. We will raise levy troops because this is going to be a fairly large force. Cool. Enemy allies are joining. We're now fascinated by promissory notes. I didn't actually set that up, but that's the only thing remaining. So that's obviously fine. That's the only thing we can actually work on. We're going to head on in over here, and we don't have a siege commander here. We should probably get one. And we know that they have access to around 75. So we'll get 75 ourselves here. Okay, we'll get 89. And then we'll bring in our men-at-arms as well. Hey, losing 7 stress. That's always nice. Our stress is a bit up there. We could seclude ourselves. We'll go ahead and do so. Cool. So we're going to head on in here and get this ticking war score as soon as we can. We haven't seen their armies yet, so I don't want to split up at this time. We lost our siege commander. We will put this guy in. And we may want to actually split off our siege force, but like I said, I don't want to split up our actual forces just yet. So I'm going to swap that siege commander over to here. Actually, we'll need to swap this commander like so, and then put this guy in here. There we go. Okay. There's part of their force. We see that there's a crossing here. So we're going to move up this direction, but these guys are going to move over here. Losing 56 stress was nice there. This is not going to go well for them. I'm not sure what they're doing. Okay. This is foolishness. Very strange. Sure, we're an eager reveler, so we'll lose some stress there. That'll be great. And they just lose that fight. There was no way that they were ever going to win it. While they're retreating, 10k over here. Sure. I'm going to send a few forces over this way. We're going to try to do some resupply here, but it's going to take some time. Okay. These guys will split up. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a little bit of a process to get some resupply done here. That'll be okay. Cool. So, I'd like to go attack here. This feels a little bit overextended. We're actually going to move up here to resupply. We're resupplying this half of our force, but we're going to split these guys, and we're going to just do something kind of like this. This is not going to be great for our resupply. No doubt about that. But we're going to do something kind of like this. These guys will need to be split, and these guys will need to be split, as will these. And I think even that's going to require more splitting. Most likely, anyway. Yeah, it's not great around here. But I wanted to keep forces nearby our siege force because of this situation. So, I want to... Okay, that's very laggy. We're going to try to fall back a little bit here and group back up. They've split up. Now that's interesting. Okay, I want to deselect our siege force. Which of these is siege? It should be, I think, this one? Yes. I want to select only this army. We're going to send them out over here. The rest of these forces, I'm going to select all of them. Group them together. And we're going to come out over here and try to get battle. These guys are split up. I don't know what they're thinking. This is very strange. What could they possibly have to gain from this? We're just going to siege up towards their capital. Now, here's a bit of a danger. They're going to be retreating this direction. We're coming down here to fight them. But we're heading this way with our siege force. So I'm going to split our forces in half here. We have sufficient forces to do so. And we're going to bring these guys northward to protect our siege force. Cool. We do get a new stewardship lifestyle perk. We already have avaricious, so we could take like cutting cornerstones. Speaking of which, I haven't checked in on our capital in a while. We can probably construct there, yes? Yes. Cool. So we'll go ahead and do that, and come back, if I can remember where we were fighting, down over here. Fantastic. We do need a new chancellor, and that will be... This guy's quite good at the job. Cool. Okay, so we're going to head in here. Now, we do have our men-at-arms split up a bit here. We'll see how this goes. Okay, we're fine. War's actually over. I hadn't actually looked at our war score there. That surprises me a little that the war's over already, but sure, we'll take it. Okay, so Julia will retain the Principality of Voltenia after the war. That's reasonably expected. So this is going to have to be granted independence. That's fine. We will grant that out. No real problem there. And then this will be granted over to a noble of the Norse culture. And from here, the question becomes, what are we looking at for the duchies here? We can usurp this and then grant that over to this lady. Cool. And then she can go after some of that stuff over here. Now I'm wondering, what about the Kingdom of Wallachia? Do we have enough to form that? I don't think so. Okay. Well, that's slightly disappointing. Slightly. And we have no CB on this guy other than the Great Holy War. Yeah. So after this, we pretty much have to go over to Lotharingia. That's our only option. And then hopefully by the time we're done with that... Okay, our truce with Klingonberg is indeed up. So hopefully by the time we're done with that, our truce with Moravia will be up. We can actually go after this guy. We have a truce with him, though. That's going to be an option eventually, too. But we know that we need to go after Lotharingia, right? That's a guarantee. So we're going to declare this for specifically... Actually, let's take a look at our claims here. Nope. No. No. Anything else? Well, I think we're just going to have to go with our county conquer. This is... Turning my head here to read that. Maastricht. Okay. This one here. Cool. So we're going to declare on them. Now, Lotharingia is reasonably strong, so we're going to have to raise up quite a number of forces to make this happen. But we should be able to do a fairly greedy raise over here. It should be fine. Nice and quick. They're going to call in a holy order. 76k. No problem. And we're going to head on in. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to group these together. We're going to split off our bombards and a couple of units of levies, like so. Send in a siege force. Then we're going to come down over this direction. We see their armies here. Now, they could... We're being a little bit greedy here. But they are too. Moving in here is quite greedy, actually. They're responding to our siege force attacking here. But we can just walk in here. And that's fine. Now they're going to have a defensive bonus. Yes, that is true. I think that we win this. Yep, we do win it. Fantastic. So the greed paid off in that case. I definitely played that opening greedy. There's no doubt about that one. But ticking war scores now on our side. Their capital's right here. Okay. We're going to siege this down while we're finishing off that battle. I'm going to remain here and start up a siege, but it's going to be a fast siege once we bring in these troops quite quickly. What can we grab here? We finished off... I guess we were working on erudition. Faith hostility advantage is pretty nice. So we'll go ahead and take that. Cool. Okay, so let's proceed here. I'm going to keep our armies together for the moment, and I want to siege here, here, here is the goal. It should be nice and quick, and we should make our way to their capital and finish this war very quickly indeed. Now, their army is coming back up, but we've stayed together, and I'm just keeping an eye on where they're going. If they're going to go up over here, we're actually safe to go and intercept them. The only danger here is that they come around as we loop here. They wrap around, use this crossing, and then get in between us and our siege force. That's the primary danger there. The question is, do they have enough time to do that before we take their capital? And if they're going to siege here, then that's not a problem. Cool. So we're going to fight them up over this way, and in fact, we do catch them. I actually didn't expect to catch them there. They hired mercs over here. So that means that for the moment, we can't very effectively walk into their capital. The mercs are heading up to reinforce here. So we're going to go hit their capital now. Now, the mercs might try to stop us here. They do not. Fascinating. I wonder why they chose not to attack our siege force here. That seems foolish. Like a major issue, in fact. An absolutely major issue. The war is over. That was a huge throw. So we're going to disband our troops and grab our location. Cool. We will grant this over to a noble of the Norse culture. And do we immediately lump them in with, like, Frisia here? It looks like the answer is they're not de jure in there. So I think that's fine. So Lotharingia, we no longer have anywhere to attack. Can we grant you vassalage yet? No. Okay, so we know that Klingonberg we have a truce over with. So we can definitely take Magdeburg here. Checking de jure. That's an awfully nice claim. He's the king of Sweden. I wouldn't love him getting that power. That would turn him into a quite powerful vassal indeed. It is theoretically legal. Let's see what our other options are. Not great. And like I said previously, the snowball has already happened. So anti-snowball rules are kind of irrelevant at this point in the game. I think we may as well press this guy's claim. Honestly, I think that this will make the game harder than it will make the game easier. Because the King of Sweden is going to become a lot more powerful. What is his succession law? Partition. Well, it might not actually become harder. It would become harder in the short term, but he would be extraordinarily happy with us. So, and this is on primogeniture. I don't know if that would change or not. Regardless, this is objectively the best move regarding Klingonberg. This will make the King of Sweden into a very powerful vassal. There's no doubt about that. And that means that our internal structure will become a little bit more tenuous. And it's already reasonably tenuous. I mean, we're rather large. We have a little bit of coastline. But overall, like I said, this is a legal thing for us to do based on the rules of the game as we set it forth. I would have passed on this in the earlier game. Absolutely. But I think at this point, like, the game is going to be over in 50 years. I think it's okay. We'll go ahead and declare it. And we are going to raise up our troops right here. So we'll raise all of our men-at-arms. We'll raise all of our regular troops as well. And he has like 36,000 troops. Calls in a holy order, 46. Oh, 63,000 troops. That's a lot. Okay, that's a really powerful holy order that he called in there. We're going to need to go to like at least 80,000 if we want to be super competitive with that, but I'm going to go to 100,000 here. Just because the men-at-arms that they brought in were extraordinarily numerous and powerful. That holy order is very strong. So we're going to 112,000 here overall in order to be competitive with that. We'll have no problem being competitive with it, to be clear. Okay, so we're going to split off our siege force. There we go. We will give them a siege commander. We don't yet have ticking. I'm not sure that we're going to get ticking. And yeah, you can see here just the sheer number of men-at-arms they have. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Okay, so we're going to catch some of their forces here, it looks like. Cool. They're on their way back, and we do win this battle, mostly because they were split there. The things could have been a lot dicier if they were grouped together when we got in there. But this should be okay. For the moment, we're going to siege northward here to move our siege weapons closer to our fighting army. And I'm going to split our fighting army in half, temporarily. We're not really powerful enough to move apart from each other, but I want to get a couple of slow sieges going as we siege northward with our siege force. Now, I'm not sure where they're retreating to here, but hopefully it'll be a little ways away. And it does appear to be basically their capital. So that's good. We're going to move up over here, and offer concubine seems fine. There is a dangerous faction here, an independence faction. This guy is the primary issue, and who is he? Ah, this guy. He's upset about our wars. Fair enough. I'm going to send him a gift to bump his opinion up a little bit. I'm going to demand his conversion. This will almost certainly not work, but we'll see what happens with that. Actually, he will convert if we give him 300 gold. I mean, yeah, 300 gold is nothing. Done. So he's now at plus 74 opinion of us. He may end up leaving that faction. We'll keep a bit of an eye on that, but we see this force is moving up here. I was hoping we'd have a little bit more time than this. But we need to abandon these two sieges and start moving south. It is slightly sad. But we're going to move in here. They're going to siege this back. That's okay. I don't actually mind that. And I'd like to bring this guy's opinion of us up a little bit more. Do we have any vassals we can give him down here? This is pretty much all handed out. Okay. I mean, we could definitely make an alliance with him like so. That's no problem. So we'll go ahead and do so. Now, these armies are grouping back together, and we're going to attack here. Now, look at how spread out they are. It's going to take them time to get in here. And that time is not good for them. It's very good for us, because we were pre-grouped up then. So we're going to continue to siege over here. And we win this battle. How long in that siege? 3 months? I'm not going to bother. We're going to come down and fight this force. That's a merc force there. And then we're going to bring these siege weapons down here. Cool. Okay. Their merc force ran away, so we're going to group back up over here. And we're just going to stay together for the time being. We're very likely to take high attrition here, but that's okay. I'm not expecting this war to be sufficiently long where that matters. Exactly. And we're just sticking together for long enough for these guys to make their way back. So we're going to make our way over and try to intercept them here. We don't quite manage it, but we should be able to intercept some of them here. And so we do. Look at that. These 18,000 troops are not wanting to join up. That is huge. These guys are going to get stack wiped. And that will end the war between that and this siege. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to enforce these demands. Our vassal gets all of this territory. He's going to be very happy with us indeed. But I want to check in on the kingdom title. The Kingdom of Germany. Okay, so this all went into the Kingdom of Sweden, but he's got the Kingdom of Klingonberg here. And yes, it switches over to partition. So in the long term, this won't be that destabilizing for us. And that does get us that last river province. I don't love it, but like I said, we're very close to the end of the game, so I think that's okay. As far as Bavaria goes, we should still be truce there. In fact, I think we're still, at this point, truce to everywhere in Europe, except Moldavia. That's now off of the truce. So we could definitely start looking at going after some of these guys over here again. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue conquering rivers. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.